pretty good for this space. Like, this field road, I should say. That could definitely... If I could just get this first sector hooked up, there's like a 10th or two. Feels like I was halfway on the pedal, but in reality I was like towards the top end of the pedal, like 100% into it. Like I wish there was a way I could like add, quote unquote, add resistance. Almost like a pseudo load cell throttle, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't even know if you can even do that. It's like it just feels way too late. Right rear up even more. Because like, I mean, 96 is alright, especially considering what I took it through in offline practice. Tight to here. Come back over. Power on. There you go. That is a lot more hooked up. Alright, let's see if we can carry a little bit more speed through here. I mean, didn't go off. I didn't put a tire in the grass. Always something, but we lost it. closer to the inside curve than I'd like to be. That's another thing too, is that before the pit extension got released to everybody, the if you straddled the inside curve between like going into turn 1, there's a chance that you could quote unquote enter pit lane, and that just and I could totally see that giving out fake penalties throughout the race. So I decided to speak up about it. And thankfully Nate patched that. But even so, you catch that curve wrong, upsets the car, and off you go. That's a good. Yeah, man. Don't want to touch that inside curve either. I like that launch, but it just felt like I bled off too much speed. Delta disagrees with me, though. That's another thing too, if you flip too aggressively, it shifts the weight of the car and it just messes up the whole mojo. Hugging the inside of that turn way too much. Don't want to right here. Should not have kept my foot on it, but that works. But yeah, honestly, look at that career already. Like, I am expecting this race to be easily a 2-stop. Unless I can figure out some way to make the right rear last, like, what, 15 more minutes? Something like that, which equates to what, like 10, not 10, like a little bit more than 10 laps, like something like 12 laps, 15, and I just don't see that happening. way too punchy on the exit there. That works. Come on. Yeah, back end just does not want to hook up through there for whatever reason. Don't want to. I want to know what the entry rules are going to be for this. Like, if we're just going to be allowed to, if we're going to be allowed to just dip off the banking. I was in third. Finish my thought as soon as we get a straight here. If we're going to be allowed to dip off the banking off of NASCAR 4, or if we have to take the entrance road all the way from the backstretch. And I forgot to shut down again. Test is hard. How did I not get on the grass there? Early over curve, but that's fine. Let's say, why are you? And I just keep stabbing the throttle through there. Find a way to turn the Logitech into like a footprint or something. Because I really do want to see if it's just a me problem or if it's something else. That mean having to find a way to light under my table. That's gonna be fun. There's where you want to be. Oh, okay, you can go over that curve. Again, I'm just really taking it easy. Just taking it a lot easier than I want to, but I mean, I say that I'm only like what 2.5 tenths off of what I think is a decent race pace time. But yeah, this one right here is going to cause massive chaos. Especially if I drift in. So, to anybody out there viewing, what's the F1 sprint race? I think I only caught like the end of it. Like, is it looking bleak this year? Like it did in Melbourne? Sorry. Yeah. Is the Aussie GP in Melbourne or Adelaide? I can't remember. Albert Park. I'll just say that. But yeah, I watched the F1 race in Albert Park, and outside of like the first couple of laps, it just did not. It looks bleak. That's up, and I'll just leave it at that. Getting a little bit better going through that first sector. Just does not want to hook up there. Like something's giving, like something's resisting mid-corner. Not sure what it is. Oh, that's a tire dipped in there. Good recovery though. Just take it easy through here. But yeah, like, I forgot who said it, but I think F1 is it finally found its car of tomorrow moment. And I think that's a pretty apt description for what's happening with F1 right now. Did it again. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting to happen come race day next week. Because like the track just really narrows up, and the braking is just so sketchy. Like I'm expecting a couple people to get caught out by that. I mean, and God help you if your if multi-class action goes on through there. Yeah, like it picked out there, even though I thought I blipped. Didn't need to dab the brakes there. Did it. Still gonna keep pushing for a fast lap, even though tires probably wouldn't like it. It just feels like I got no grip through there, and then when I get on the throttle, that the back end starts reacting like I'm just hanging it out in the revs through NASCAR 4 because this Porsche engine likes to rev high, like all the power's in the high revs. Want to lock the dip a little bit more on post. See if that'll help me get that little bit more, that little bit of extra rotation off throttle. That's cool. What kind of blisters in this, like, with the way I'm seating. Should actually double check, because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have 16 kilos of ballast as well from the 8 points I scored at Sebring. And yeah, good job. The tires are starting to fall off. backend just got lazy there. No idea. We'll look that up in the telemetry. You know, let's go for some play runs, why not? Let's just keep the tires. Let's just keep the tires as they are and just see what happens. God, the back end, the right rear just fucking cooks. Tell you what though, this is ninth day, fuck me. That was a sloppy lap, and it's gonna be better than my fucking best lap on warm parts. Good God, still gotta watch out for the curves. Yeah, holy shit. I have for full context, I have never run the softs on this track at all up until now. Fuck, dude. Go for one more, why not? Way too early on the apex. effects there for it to be good. Oh god, fun's fucking there. Let's see if we can pull it back a little bit. Much better there. Yeah, this is the last lap before last lap before I run out. Good fucking god. So much deeper on the brakes. Still slow on the cutback. Oh god. Why am I flirting with the bottom like that? Yeah, that legit, that was my first time cracking the 16. Oh, the music's very loud. My bad. Try that. Why not race in cockpit? What am I trying? I'm not. Yeah, I'm more doing this just for kicks. Also, because you know, I should try racing cockpit again one of these days. Like I used to race cockpit, but it was back when I was racing F1s, and it was just a very cramped cockpit. So I kind of, and everyone else in that league was using Halo Cam anyways, so I just started using that. And it's just, that habit, personal preference, I'm not sure what to call it. What the heck is this game? This is Assetto Corsa, modded Assetto Corsa. But, yeah, I should see about, I wonder if I could get, I wonder if it saves each camera setting as its own, as it pertains to a certain car. That's what I want to know. Or if I have to go, if I change cars, it'll just mess with, whatchamacallit. If I change cars, I have to go back and mess with the camera settings again. But either way. And another thing too is that it just gives me a bit more awareness as to what's going on around me, so that like the A pillars and the B pillars aren't, you know, blocking my vision. I mean, I probably could race on cockpits, and I probably should go back, if I'm being honest. But, I don't know, we'll see. Let's just go out for another run. Oh yeah, let's reset my brake bias while I'm at it. Yeah, no, the reason why I simulate HUD cam is because I'm actually, you know, 8'11", and I can't fit inside a regular 911. So in order to properly simulate me driving a Porsche 911, I drive in hood view. I'm just kidding. I'm like 5'8", 5'9", somewhere around there by my last measure. Oh, fuck me. These tires are so grippy, they can let me hit the max 5th gear through NASCAR 4. Well before the straight. Ooh, that's a little boy. What is the tallest man on Earth? I think he's like 7'5", I think? Yeah. I'm not sure. Shit. Save it. This lap's a throwaway. Let's have a little fun with it. I should play iRacing. I gave iRacing a try. I gave it a try like back in... what was it? Actually, I think iRacing was my first sim full stop. Back in like 2018, 2019, something like that. In fact, I think I actually competed in the, what was it? The McLaren Shadow tournament. I think I came like 2nd place in the GT3 portion of it. If I knew that the overall winner was going to be an aggregate of the F1 portion and the GT3 portion, I probably would have at least given it an attempt at both. But last I remember, the MP430 was rubbish to drive. The 412C was also rubbish to drive from, if memory serves correctly. My back end just wouldn't stay planted. Plus, you gotta pay a subscription. I'm not a big fan. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. What offends me more about iRacing is you have to pay for content on top of the subscription fee. Like, that's what bothers me the most. Like, I get having a subscription-based service, because, you know, running servers can't be cheap and all that. But, having people pay for content on top of that, that's just where I drop it. And I just realized I'm about to run out of fuel, and I'm half a second down, so I'm just gonna cut that really short. Like, because, like, all you need to do to run in this series, actually, honestly, this series isn't quite a, whatchamacallit. This is more of an apples to oranges kind of thing. Because, like, this, like, a copy of a set of courses is, like, $10, and most of the, like, $5 if you can get it on sale. And, dare I say, I've gotten as much enjoyment out of this as I was. And it's a one-time purchase. Totally different sim now. Improvements been made in every single update. You get what you pick. You get. I mean, yes. Well, get isn't quite the word. Like, you still, like, when you choose not to, when your iRacing subscription expires, you lose the access to the content you pay for. So that's just, I don't know, that just sticks in my throat. I hear NASCAR 25 is good, though. Might give that a shot. AC can cost you a fortune for top quality mods, etc. Well, here's the thing. Like, when you pay for the mods on AC, you get to keep the folder, the file that they give you. And in the case, and in some cases, they'll even send you free updates. And I know that iRacing does the same thing, but with the pay to settle mods, you actually own the file, if that makes sense. Like, and you can access it, you can install it, you can uninstall it, you can reinstall it anytime you want. Like, whereas with iRacing, it's all tied to your subscription. I will agree, though, that there are some mods that are just exorbitantly priced, but for the most part, they are reasonably priced, or you can get them as a bundle to make them cheaper. And iRacing's the same way, which I will give them credit for. Like, even though I disagree with them selling content on top of the subscription payment. For a mod of a car that you won't find in competitive online racing ever, well, here's the thing. like, you can organize an event for free. Like, there are services out there like Sim Racing GP, which I think is actually paid, so kind of a bad example, but SimGrid is free. And you can host an Assetto Corsa League on that, you can advertise it, you can do everything through that. Like, it's... Like, in fact, this league that I'm practicing for right now, like, it's... yes, the mods are paid, but it's free to sign up. You pay for the service and racing that you can do any time of the day. I mean, that is true. That is true. But... hang on a second. I'm trying to yap while I'm trying to do qualifying runs. But, I mean, yes, but it kind of runs on a schedule, and there's no guarantee that what you want to race will become official. And... yeah, that's kind of a struggle. But, so, I'll give you that. It is organized, and you can do... You can race any time of day. But, so, you can do so for free in LFM. And to that, I give LFM their eternal credit. They're making a paid service into a free one for a different sim. Different sims, I should say, because I think they also expanded to AMS2 and LMU as well, and I think they also do EAWRC. Once a week, well... well, I'm pretty sure LFM does, like, hourly races, or semi, like, bi-hourly. Is it bi-hourly or semi? Like, once every 2 hours. And last I checked, their races are pretty healthy, so... yeah. Like, this league that I'm in, they race, like, once a month. And I guess... but that's because they also have other stuff running, as well, like the monthly sprint series, which I might actually look into. And why am I trying to do a lap on... fully fuel? You know, I'm just gonna go back to the race fuel, just so that way I can yap without having to go back to the pits every now and then. Ah, fuck, I forgot to put the pit limiter on. Oh. We'll just drive through the first lap. I mean, iRacing is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my cup of tea. Like maybe I'll go back to it one day, but for now I'm just kinda doing my own thing. You pay iRacing double just for the endurance fence? What? You can sign up for special events for free. Just take what you can get, man. Like, it makes sense if they were handing out cash prizes and whatnot, you know, for special events. But, I think for that, you'd have to be a genuine esport athlete. Or whatever. Like, you'd have to be in esports in order for... oh, God, yeah. That's gonna be... okay, so I'm really hoping that, come race day, they'll say you have to use the entrance road. Because, like, going off of the banking into the pits like that, that is just so sketch. But yeah, that's just... I think iRacing is a great product. It's just... Don't agree with the Don't agree with having to pay for cars on top of the subscription service. That's all. It just feels so super lacy. I don't know why. it's just super shaky. Super shaky under braking, I don't know why. Like, just feels like the back end wants to... Back end just loses all grip. And you just have to wait for it to hook up. Tell you what, I was not expecting to have a debate while trying to... Well, I'm just driving the car. I tell you what, I'm just happy that someone's here, and I can just go back and forth with... Gets a bit lonely sometimes. Like, regardless of whether or not there's somebody in the practice server. I mean, we have our differences in opinion, but I do appreciate you for stopping on by. I've got my braking mixed up again. Oh well. I almost want to go one click up on the rear anti-roll bar, see if that fixes it. Or if it's just going to make the whole thing super loose. Come on. Couldn't get a stop in time, damn it. Still think I got the stop sign. Fuck. Looks like this. Well, this is a great setup and all, but like, I feel like the race pace can be improved. Oh boy, that's getting brought back from your setup. Is it back to? I only have it at 56. I think it's just. It feels like we're just get. I don't know if it's the rear getting overloaded or if it's just the rear going lazy. I can't tell. Oh, over the curb. That's not good. You know what? We're gonna try something different. Take some camber out. Actually, let's just start with 2 clicks and then this. And good. Let's try that. Put the limiter. Almost fine on cold tires. The rear definitely wants to cooperate more through that. And it's not even up to 10. Hard tires take a long time. Again, just blubbering that curve when I'm not supposed to. You know what? You want to know what a sim I should check out is Live for Speed. I wonder if that sim's still alive and kicking. on whether or not, like, just get it working. How easy it is to get a hold of and how easy it is to get working with modern equipment. So we're doing 17 fours. We were doing 17 fours before that happened. Doing 17 fours with this, so it feels a lot better. I mean, aside from that spill there. Yeah, it just feels like I have much more launch fall. And that's just what I've been missing. But I think the real test is going to be, like, deeper into this, this stint when the tires are all worn off. Come on. There you... Yeah. Like, I just have the throttle going through there, and it's a lot more, planted, but that might just be... because I've got good tires. Way too tight for there. know what? I put a bit more thought into it. Oh, please slow down, bastard. I should go back and watch Racefix video. See how well that aged. Oh, that was a super good launch. Yeah, see, I don't know if that's a drivetrain problem or if it's a suspension problem. Like when it just breaks loose like that and gets all lazy like. Let's see if we can get to the end of this fuel run. And then I think I'll just cut the stream there. Ooh, a bit deep there. I don't know how I keep finding myself in these Porsches. Hard parts to drive. But, when you do get them right, they're fun, though. They're fun and they're fast. I just can't seem to separate myself from them. Tell you what, the 996, I think Porsche peaked with the 996 generation. Like, something about the later generations of Porsche just doesn't tickle me the right way. I don't know why. Tell you what, the stars are starting to go away and I'm still doing 17.5, so I should be happy about that, but I don't know, I feel like there's just more speed I'm missing. Like the first proper high 17 in a little while. Ooh. Tell you what though, it's also it's kind of fun to catch those slides, but at the same time it's a bit frustrating when they happen. Somehow it's still a tenth quicker than previous couple laps. Yeah, like, because like the back end, like there, the back end's just nothing, nothing, nothing. And then when you get on the throttle, that's when you start to get, that's when I start to get it. Ooh, slow down. There you go. And that's what I mean by getting the braking mixed up. There you go. I forgot. Is it like 40 laps? I think it's about 40 laps. Like the way I have this set up? Yeah. A little under. So yeah, we'll just finish this run and then probably just call it there. Yeah, it's just... This thing is sliding like a motherfucker right now. I almost want to put the wheel rates down. Because, like, that's... Because I am running relatively high wheel rates. Could be why this thing is just so unwilling to hook up, and why it's kind of doing that little shake on corner exits. That could be why. Yeah, you gotta wait until it gets real low in the revs before you can downshift. So that way, wheels don't spin like they do. Rather just play it safe like that. That was gonna be good, but then I touched the inside curb there. Shit, last lap was a 17.3? Okay. And we are, what is it, 40% in the left rear? In the right rear, I should say. Yeah, I gotta figure something out about my pedal. This is... The one time I am progressive on it, I fuck it up. Still haven't gotten into the 18s though, so for what it's worth, this setup's fine. Like when I was doing my offline setup with a admittedly hotter and less grippy track, I was doing like 1 minute 18s around this time in the stint. Honestly, I'm surprised that we only had like what, one or two major spills, and that's because I was distracted. Ooh boy, that's the right we're starting to go. Yep, right we're starting to go. Yeah, that first sector was miserable. Miserable. I think this is going to be the first 18 in a while. And oh boy, yep. Yep, this is what I was talking about. Like, if you just carry too much speed through that transition, the car just completely freaks out, and you're not able to get slowed down in time. It's going to be even more of a problem with, what was it, 32 cars on track? No, 48. Yeah, 48 cars on track maximum. And wouldn't be surprised if the track is a little bit hotter going into the race. The track is it will probably grip up though. Let me itch the back of my head, please. Just gotta be super, super delicate on the wheel, and when the tires start to go, it's just, I think it's something else that I need to do. Because, like, it's not... Because I took the camber out. The back is as responsive as it is. But it's still kind of shaky. Alright, so coming up what? On the last 10 laps? Shoot, I'm gonna actually... Last up is a 17. Like, my only worry is that the Ferraris are just gonna be a lot more consistent, because the weights Because, like, their cars are mid-engine, whereas this is rear-engine, so they're going to be a lot less brutal on the tires. I only really picked the Porsche because my teammate and buddy Dom, he went with Porsche. Pretty sure he's also a Porsche mechanic in real life, so there's that. There. Hasn't been able to help all that much with the setup or strategy because it has a. Pretty sure I think he has a broken finger. Might even miss this round, so wonder if he'll still be able to yap with me. This is probably going to be a 118 here. That's fine-ish. Should start shifting a bit early. Going through NASCAR 3 and 4. Just to make sure the right rear doesn't step out. Yeah, like that's probably about as wide as you can get entering turn 1 without bottoming it out. There's the fuel light. Not like that inside curve. Alright. Alright, the trouble is past, now calm down. Goodness. Yeah, that's another thing, is that frickin' left front likes to lock. Alrighty, probably 3 laps to go. A little bit wide, but we can try and make it better. I mean, that's alright for beat up tires. There we go. Fuel's starting to blink. Oh yeah, these tires done. Fuck it. We'll just go one more, see if we can get to the pits on fumes. Come on. And we're going to try the entrance room this time. Alright. See how long this stop is gonna take. Oh, or the session can just end. That works too. Let's just take these times. Stop started like 52. Yeah. One off there. I mean, on the whole, setup's not bad. It's just sucks with no tires. I think I'm just gonna cut it there. You're still watching here at 1 in the morning local time. Thanks for watching up until this point. Actually, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, and I think I'm gonna go to bed. So I catch you guys later. Take it easy.